everybody. Welcome to the show. You know where you are. You're watching the Member Summit, the Now for Life Member Summit. And the young lady coming up next, well, I don't know about you, but I'm not the best juggler in the world. I can get one task up, I maybe get two or three. People think that I can do four or five, but this lady, 8 plates spinning like joy. Yep, that's right. Dr. Patty's here. What's happening, Dr. Patty?
Hello, Tigo. Let's go. Let's make dreams and goals come alive in 2025.
I love it. I love it. One, that's an amazing slogan. And I hope you've trademarked it or whatever it is that you need to do, because that's an awesome slogan. And you have been through the ringer these last 4 months in social media. And who would have thought, 10 years ago, even, that if something happened with your social media accounts, that it could damage your business, damage your hitting your goals, being successful, reaching your people. And I really didn't give it any thought until it happened to you. Can you just spend a couple of minutes and share what happened? Because you just got back and we're so glad you're back.
Yeah, well, I had all my eggs, not all of my eggs, but I had most of my eggs in the Book of Many Faces. The Book of Many Faces. And so I had my personal account there with 2 business accounts attached to it. So I lost well over 5,000 contacts and connections there, along with my Facebook groups and all my messenger chats. And since it was free, I wasn't paying for it, and I hadn't been paying to boost ads, boost posts or pay for advertising. So I was low on the totem pole for that, but I got hacked, and all of my content for years and years and years is completely gone and lost. And so I didn't have anywhere to go to get answers. I couldn't talk to anybody in person, and I couldn't even get into my account to see what was going on. I was totally, if you went to go look for me, you couldn't find me. I didn't exist. My complete existence was completely wiped out. I couldn't start a new account. My Instagram, I could go in and see stuff and comment on other people's stuff on Instagram, but I couldn't even do that on Facebook. But I couldn't post anything. But so this went on for 4 months, and I had a friend reach out and say, well, I'll see if I can find a customer service number for you. And she said she found it. So she sent it to me. And I had submitted my driver's license a couple of different times. And I tried again, trying to make new accounts, and it wouldn't even let me do that. And so I contacted this number, and they answered the phone, Facebook customer service, how may I help? And, went through, they were very, very professional. It was like, they had a whole team that played this game, and they ended up scamming me out of like just under $2,000.
Wow.
And yes, there's a whole thing. I had to report it to FBI Cybercrimes, which is now IC3, and put in a thing with that with my local police department. I had to, because I didn't know how much they were able to get in and take from me. I had to contact all 3 credit bureaus and put a freeze so no one could take out any loans or anything in my name. Had to completely shut down my banking accounts and get all new bank account numbers and passwords and the whole 9 yards, and went through like 3 debit cards in 2 weeks trying to, keep from people from messing with. And you know how many things you have connected to your debit card?
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh, it's like,
it's so insane.
I'm through that, and I finally, I got a notification from Facebook saying they were going to let me open a new account, but I had to start all over again with starting to build up contacts. So I'm being very purposeful and very intentional about the people that I'm sending requests to, and also the ones that I'm accepting. And of course, a lot of people, they thought I was on a world cruise, like you thought, thought I was on a great.
Yeah, I thought you were on the vacation of life. I said, oh, she's just having a good old time. And then I find out what's going on. But I got to ask you, how did that affect your business? Did it affect your bottom line at all?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So Tigo, speakers, how when we are asked to go speak at events, and how we're asked to promote the event that helps with ticket sales. Well, when I didn't have the place to be promoting the ticket sales and promoting the event, I was asked to speak at less events. So that when you're not speaking, you're not selling from stage, you're not getting the people in your pipeline and in your funnel to sell your courses and different event type ticket too.
Yeah, I didn't think of that, but you're back.
I'm
Welcome
back.
back. And now
I'm,
you're doing your Bliss events again, right?
yes,
So tell me a little bit
yes.
about that.
So the Bliss events, that and I do it as an online event, but I am going to go back to, now that I can promote it, right? So I can promote on Facebook, because I also have LinkedIn and YouTube, but so I can promote my Bliss events, and those are where I do it as a virtual event right now, but I am going to start doing it as a physical retreat. But that's where I spend 3 hours online. It's an online intensive event where I teach people how to believe in themselves, love themselves, identify what's holding them back. Most of the time it's us. And then set free what no longer serves them, or the new person they want to become, and then help them learn to set course on achieving their dreams and goals. So that's the Bliss event. And so that's a 3-hour workshop, but I'm going to start doing it as a longer, like a day event in local places that
Well, that's
that I'm
awesome.
here, and then when I travel.
And you're on
So
the East Coast, correct?
yes, yes.
Okay. So people on the East Coast, they always remind me, well, you're on the West Coast and we always have to fly to you.
Right. But
But
so
you do not have to fly to us because Dr. Patty's on the East Coast.
yes, but also Tigo, if say I'm heading out to Chicago because or no Vegas. I'm going to go to Vegas, right, for Trailblazer. No, the
Now
now
honors.
when I
Yep,
go
in
there, so
October.
when I plan to go out there for that, I might see if I can find a space local to where you guys are and do an event there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? If I'm going to be there anyway, if I'm flying anyway, I might as well make the most of it, right?
Yep. You might as
That's
well.
I'm taking. I'm an intentional action taker. That's what it is. And
And you're
another
also doing
exciting,
summits too, right?
yeah, that's another thing. So with my TV show, I interview guests from all over the globe that are tops in their fields in the 8 different dimensions of life. So as a goal achievement strategist, I help people to as if they're a business owner, I help them to get exposure for what they need, so it will help them with create the income that they want to have. But the show is audience centric for the fact that the audience can go and find the assistance that they need in each of the 8 dimensions, and the guests get the exposure and the 8 dimensions of life. And like we were talking about keeping plates spinning, so let me just explain this. Each and every single one of us, we're all the same. There's not that much difference between all of us if you really think about it. We all have these 8 dimensions of life that we're trying to keep these plates spinning at all times. There's our physical health, there's our intellectual health, there is our occupational health, there is our environmental health, and that's not just ecological, that's our home environment, work environment, our neighborhoods, our schools, those types of things. Then there's our social relationships,
Okay.
our emotional health,
Okay.
our spiritual health, and our financial health. And if any one person says they have all their plates spinning and nothing weebling, wobbling, thinking the plate's going to fall off, they're full of SHI up to their eyeball. And I'll call people out on that, because again, every single one of us at different ages and stages of our lives may struggle in different areas. So that's why I really found the need to have my show. So I do the show, and I'll be having panel events starting to come up when I'll have a topic and have a guest in each one of the dimensions and come up with a question that I come out to all the panel members and say, how do you suppose it help? This question would help people having the answer to this in each of those dimensions. And with the summit, I do the same thing and have speakers come in and say, just even the physical dimension, we'll use that as as an example. Well, some people, I might have somebody that's a nutritionist. I might have somebody that is, Pilates instructor, or whatever the case may be. So different things with our health, because everybody has different issues they may be dealing with.
So what is your show about?
It's the Rise Above show. Everything with me is rise above. We all face challenges every single day. I promise they're going to come. If you haven't dealt with any yet, you're going to have. They're coming your way. So it's all about rising above, what life brings at us every single day of our lives. So I do a Good Morning Risers video that I do a short motivational, inspirational going live every day. I do the Rise Above News and talk about topics having to do with what's going on in the world and different things that, can bring a positive spin to something. And again, it's getting positivity out there because we're bombarded with negative through any aspect, whether it's social media or news. So with that, but the show is just that. And the guests that I have come on the show, I ask, I have a special segment of the show is this Grammy doesn't knit, she cliches. And for an example of that, just think about the words that we use, Tigo, the words that we use with our children, with ourselves are so important, even if we don't speak them to ourselves. So like on this segment, I'll ask you, like, Tigo, do you remember a phrase or adage that was used with you as a child?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is
Yeah,
there something that sticks with you?
yeah. I mean, I think I said the same one on your show back in October because it sticks with me all the time. You can't, my mother always used to say, you can't find the, what did she say? The handle, you can't find the handle. And it's like, that's just cracks me up until I saw a little kid grab a cup and he couldn't find the handle. And I said, you don't have the knowledge or the experience to find the handle. So I get it. I absolutely get it.
Right. So, and these things are so important. So as, I work with people from the whole thing, getting them to believe in themselves, believe in the beauty of their dreams, set together the plans in order to get them from where they're currently finding themselves to where they want to be in both life and business. It's all about the systems that I have created in the books that I've written, and I use them as I'm teaching in the courses, the systems. And what systems do, Tigo, is they save yourself, they save you stress, they save you time, they save you energy, and they save you money. Systems do this. Systems create wins. And so I have the systems all laid out. All the people have to do is get the things out of their hearts and out of their minds and down into paper to start working with them and take them again for them to be able to create the life of their dreams.
So
And that's
who
what
is
it's
your
all about.
target audience? I've always wanted to ask that. Who is your tribe?
Well, my tribe are women who are executives, from mid-level management all the way up, executives, entrepreneurs, which are people who own and operate more than one business, and entrepreneurs. So those are the people that I work with and serve most with them, so that's what it is. And anybody who actually has something that they want to be able to achieve, and they've been stuck and spinning their wheels and haven't been making the progress that they would like to have. Everything that I use, whether it's men or women, but my primary, I would say 90% of the people I work with are women. But I do this, and I have my nonprofit, the Rise Above Project, to help women who've been through domestic abuse situations to be able to come back and create better lives for themselves and for their children. And also underprivileged individuals, such as like the young adults in the Job Corps programs that are 16 to 24-year-olds. Many of them didn't learn the life and soft skills in life to be successful. They go into those programs and they live in the facilities, and they get their GED and they get the technical training, but they haven't learned the other things to when they're ready to go out into the world, so that they are ready and they have those right pieces in the right places.
How do people find you?
Well, you can go. I have a special gift that can I give a gift?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I always love a good gift.
If you text the word growth, GROWTH, to 26786, you'll get a message right back from me. And then after that, starting, like if you do it today, tomorrow you'll start for 30 days, you'll have journaling prompts come to you as a text from me. So to start so you can get inside yourself, and they're introspective questions. You can learn more about yourself and prepare yourself for having the growth that you want, both personally and professionally. So you do that, and for that, and then anyone who wants to, that's a free gift for everyone. And if you want to reach out to me, my email is Patti, Patti, at patriciagrover.com. And then I can send you any information, and I can send you the link to schedule with me for just a, whether you want a virtual coffee or just a consultation.
You're the best. Thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you for always answering when I call. You are absolutely awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, you know what to do. If you're driving, if you didn't write it down, don't call me. Don't call me. Go ahead and go to tigodirect.com, type in Patti, type in Grover. She's coming up, and reach out to her, send her a private message. It costs you nothing. It costs her nothing. It's just our way to keep our community connected, and you guys can learn how to keep all of your 8 plates spinning in the air. I hope you enjoyed this episode. You know I want you to come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.